Hello, this is Jennifer Scavarna for the class EDUU 676. This is my video journal number 2. I'll be talking about some evidence-based practices from the IRIS model that resonated with me and talk a little bit about the phases of autism on the same IRIS model. So the evidence-based practices that I am most familiar with from the IRIS model are exercise. So in my class, we do a lot of movement, which helps manage some of the behaviors. Extinction, using the FBA. So I've done a couple FBAs now, using those and then determining what would be the best way to handle the situations, either with reinforcement, extinction, punishment, that kind of thing, and trying to determine which one to use. Functional communication training, that one, and redirection, and really teaching the students when you're feeling this way, if you're getting anxious, if you're feeling like you want something and you're not able to communicate it, giving them the tools to regulate themselves and communicate what they want is something really important and something I try to do as much as possible with functional communication training. One way we do this is by using the zones of regulation. So the students know they can point, we have a little clip too, they can clip where they're at, and this is a form of communicating instead of, screaming, tearing the classroom apart. They can go put themselves on red. That way I know I'm communicated with what they're feeling, and also on that zone gives tools they can use to calm themselves down and get back to work. So that has been a part of our functional communication training. PECS I've used, I love, it's so cool to see. Lots of prompting, again, reinforcement, redirection, and visual support. Pictures everywhere, color-coded everything really helps as well. And visual schedules help. Some of them that are new to me that I read about on the IRIS model was the structured group play. I've read through it a couple times, and I'm curious to learn more about that one, and to maybe watch a structured group play. I think that would be cool to learn more about. And time delay. That's something I haven't heard before, so that'd be really cool to learn more about. Another one that I would like to know more about is our social stories or social narratives. They called it social narratives, because I feel like I've heard about them before. I just feel that it'd be really cool to try one with one of my students, because you can really get creative with it, and it's a very explicit way of teaching, and I think that would really be beneficial for some of my students for interacting with peers, because I have 4th, 5th, 6th grade special day class, and some of them I have a 4th grader last year that was going through some social scenarios that this would have been really great to try with him. So maybe next year. Just looking at my notes. So the Faces of Autism page, I loved seeing all of those students. I saw some things about my students in those students, but of course everyone with autism is so different. So everyone with autism could be a face for autism, because there are similar characteristics, but each individual is very unique. So the one that I liked the most, or what resonated with me, was Tyler's mom, because I've had those students before. We've used those PECs before. It's been an amazing thing for those students, but she talked about consistency and how it's the key to their language development with PECS. So I knew that, but it was great to see it from a parent's perspective, and it made me wonder how I can, if a student is coming to me every day and we're consistent with it, how to bridge that gap to be consistent at home with it and teach parents how to use their PECS and to practice with them and be on the same page. And that's what home to school relationship is so important for that consistency piece for students with autism. So I just think with what she said really resonated and made me think about how I'm gonna better have a better relationship with parents for actually telling them, this is what we're doing in class, this is what works, let's try it at home, and to bridge that gap. So yeah, thank you for watching my video, journal number 2, and I look forward to learning more about evidence-based practices. Thank you.